Hi kids, so today we're going to learn about California regions. So make sure you have your social studies notebook with you and open it to a brand new page and go ahead and write the topic on the top. And let's get started. So first let's talk about vocabulary. Words to know for this lesson. The word that we're going to study is region, which means an area of land that sets apart due to specific characteristics of the land. So take a look at the map. The map is of the United States and it shows how it's divided into different regions. So we're not necessarily going to learn about all the regions in the United States. We're going to focus about the different regions that we have here in California. Another word is natural resource. Natural resource means something that comes from the land that can be useful to humans. An example is trees because they provide us with timber and lakes that provides us with water. So we use the timber and the wood from different trees to build different things, and the lakes we use for water. Those are considered natural resources. And just a reminder, whenever you see the hand pen tool emoji on the screen, that's an indicator for you to write down your notes. And like always, at the end of the lesson, make sure you go to Seesaw to upload the notes you have taken from your class. So, California regions. California is the third largest state and it has many unique features. Because California is not same all over the state, it is split into four distinct regions. And each region is determined by having similar characteristics such as the landform, climates, plants, and animals. So we have four regions. Take a look at the map on the right. We have the coastal region, which is the region close to the water and the ocean, and that region is colored blue. We have the purple region, which is the mountain region. So those are the areas where we have all the mountains, and that is colored in purple. You also have the Central Valley, which is green, and we also have the desert region, which is orange. But we're going to talk about two regions today. We're going to focus on the desert region and coastal region. But first, let's talk about coastal region. Coastal region goes as far as more than 800 miles along the Pacific Ocean. Much of it is rocky with some sandy beaches, and in Northern California, we have areas that are large, steep cliffs that drop into the ocean. It is the most populated region and it is home to the California largest cities. Now, here's a question for you. What major cities do you think are in coastal regions? So go ahead and answer that question in your notebook as well. Make sure you write down these important bullet point notes because remember, the coastal region goes for more than 800 miles. So that is from the tip of the top of California to the very end, all along the edge. And if you have your map with you, go ahead and take out your map so we can see the different regions in it and look for the coastal region on the map, which is all along the coast of the edge close to the ocean. Do you think of what major cities could possibly be in coastal region? Can't wait to see your answers. The coastal region also consists of two groups of islands. The Farallon Island, which is up north, and the Channel Islands, which is down south. That is a very important detail, so make sure you write that down. Being so close to the ocean, the coast weather is affected by the Pacific Ocean. The northern coast is typically much cooler, while the southern coast gets much warmer. The north also gets more rainfall, and overall, the weather along the coast is very mild, so not too hot and not too cold. And that's due to the ocean. The Pacific Ocean also provides us with many natural resources. Can you guys think of some? Go ahead and jot down some of the different natural resources that the ocean can provide us. Now we talk about coastal region animals and plants. California coast has a wide variety of animals and plants, including seals, sea otters, sharks, which are great, including great whites, dolphins, seabirds, whales, crustaceans such as crabs, lobsters, and shrimp, kelp, kelp and seaweed, the redwood trees, those are located in North California. What other animals and plants do you think you can find in the California coast? So think about the animals that we mentioned here. All these animals lived in the ocean, close to the beach, and marine, right? They're marine animals. So what other marine animals do you think we could find in the coastal region? Go ahead and pick some few animals from this list to write them down in your notebook. And make sure to answer the question as well. What other animals and plants do you think you could find in the California coast? So now we're going to turn to a new page and make sure you write desert region on the top. And let's get started. So the desert region covers primarily all the southeast part of California. Remember that map I showed you in the beginning? So let's go back to that map. So we have that map here. The desert region is all the orange region. So if you're taking a look at it, it's on the other edge. It's closer to the different states' borders. And that is the desert region. Because the mountains are surrounding the desert, they're almost like a wall that keeps the moisture air out. This means the cool air does not reach the desert, so it becomes very dry and hot. And because it's so dry and hot, not many people live there. With such little water, what kind of plants do you think can survive here? What kind of plants are shown in the pictures? If you guys said cactus, you're correct. But remember, there's so many different cactuses, right? And we have shrubs as well. As a reminder, whenever you see the handpen tool emoji, make sure you write this down in your notebook. And this will be under a new page and a new topic called the desert region. Death Valley is an area that's formed thousands of years ago when a lake dried up. It is the lowest area in all of North America. It is also one of the hottest and the driest place in all of the United States. Because the desert region has such a little water, people had created an irrigation system. An irrigation system is made up of canals and pipes that bring water to dry places. And the Mojave Desert is the largest desert in California, followed by the Colorado Desert. So here we mentioned three different locations. We mentioned Death Valley, and we also mentioned the Mojave Desert and the Colorado Desert. But our main focus is Death Valley and Mojave Desert because these locations are located in California. And it's also very important that you guys take note of what is an irrigation system. Remember, an irrigation system is made up of canals and pipes that bring water to dry places. So they use these pipes to ensure the water is transported to these areas. Different animals that you can find in desert region, animals and plants. California deserts have very unique animals and plants that adapt to live in such harsh habits, such as snakes, coyotes, rodents, jackrabbits, lizards, birds, roadrunners, hawks, and falcons, scorpions, tortoise, cactus. What other animals and plants do you think could live in California deserts? Go ahead and pick some animals from the list to write them down in your notebook. And make sure you answer the question in the bottom of the PowerPoint. What other animals and plants do you think you could find in California deserts? If you need to rewind to the video at any point or pause to write down these notes, go ahead and do so. Once you're done, make sure you take a picture and you upload your notes to Seesaw. This is an assignment, so make sure you complete it. And you will also have one additional assignment based on this slide. And you're going to tell me in the video recorded and answering the following questions. How many miles long is the coastal region? What are the names of the two groups of islands off the coastal region? The third question, why is the desert region so hot? And your last question, what is the name of the largest desert in California? So take a look for this separate Seesaw assignment where you're going to record your video and answer the following 4 questions. Next, we'll be covering the Central Valley and the mountains region.